Now what do I want to play today?
Let's see. Could go with some PS5. Too new. Xbox sounds nice, but too generic. Huh. What's this? I could get behind some retro content, but how do I even set up an old console like this anymore?
Well, past Jacob, it's never been easier to set up a retro console with modern technology. All you need is a couple little devices that'll help you on your way. For this demonstration, I'll be using the PS2 as it's my personal favorite console and I enjoy hooking it up the most to multiple platforms. So to hook up a PS2, obviously you're going to need the console. The next most important thing would be the power cord to put some power supply for it. Next, you're going to need your AV cables. This is going to display the screen as well as play the audio. A controller is always going to help you click all the buttons. And then finally, you're going to need a little memory card. So for this demonstration, I'm going to be using it on my 4K monitor to show you how it would look on a newer screen. You're going to want to plug in your power supply cord into the outlet and then plug it right into the back of the PS2 console. Next up, you're going to need your AV cables. But wait, new monitors don't have AV hookups. What am I to do? Well, don't worry. You can buy a little nifty thing on Amazon called a mini AV to HDMI adapter. It'll run you roughly $15 on Amazon. What it does is it converts all your AV unit cables into an HDMI. So all I have to do is plug my HDMI cord into the back of the monitor, and then just insert my AV cables into the little outlet. So first I'll start with my yellow, which is the video, and then white will handle the left audio, and red will handle the right audio. Next I'm going to plug my AV cables into the back of the PS2, and this will convert it through that little device into the HDMI port, displaying it on the screen. Now, most people will just buy repro controllers as they do the same thing, but I'm not a big fan. I usually prefer to get my controllers original, like the PS2 DualShock 2, as it's got built-in vibration function for the rougher games. So, next you'll plug in your controller into the front of the PS2 console, and that will let you read the button inputs. Next up, we're going to plug our memory card right above where that controller is. I promise we're going to get to that later. That'll be one of the more important bits in the video. Next, you're going to select your game. What do I want to play today? Can't go wrong with Silent Hill 2, one of my favorites. Now, pop the case, and then struggle to get the disc out. There we go, got it. And just pop that bad boy right into the console for it to be displayed on the screen. Now, as it's booting up, you may be wondering, why is there no sound? Now, and the reason for that is, my monitor doesn't have built-in speakers like a lot of them, so I had to go out of my way to get a separate part that will help me actually listen to the audio that's being portrayed on the screen. This little doodad is called an HDMI audio extractor. Basically, it just takes the HDMI input and extracts the audio from it. It'll run you about $18 on Amazon. All you have to do is plug your external speakers into it, as well as the HDMI to the computer and the HDMI out from the console. And look at that, we've got audio. Now, on newer technology, a lot of retro consoles like the PS2 doesn't have the best display, so I've went out of my way to purchase something I'm really fond of, an old RCA large CRTV. Now, something really interesting about these CRTVs is the pixel count is very good compared to how the pixel count is for most games on the PS2. So it runs a much clearer and sharper image so that you can see all the technology better. So I'll also give you a little rundown of how to insert this into the CRTV. So first, just start unplugging everything so you can get it all back into the CRTV. Now, instead of needing our audio extractor or our AV to HDMI, we're just going to plug it straight into the front of the TV with our yellow, white, and red in that order. All we got to do is power up the TV and make sure you set that guy to front, as those AV cables are in the front. That will be how you display the picture. And look at that. We've got a much cleaner and sharper image to enjoy our games on. You can't go wrong with an old CRTV. They may be outdated, but they're still dated in my heart. Now, back to that memory card. You're gonna need that for most games, as a PS2 doesn't have an autosave function or any kind of storage within the disc. So what you do is you save all your games to this memory card through overwriting your save points. Most important function of a PS2, never ever forget your memory card. I hope this has been insightful and hope to see you playing soon.